Number 4, I to the 33rd. What is it worth? We're basically having, if you come out with just one I, we know that's just worth the square root of -1, which is just the same as an I. But if you have an I and another I squared, in other words, it's worth -1. If you have I to the third, it's worth -I, and I to the fourth, it's worth 1. And then it starts all over again. We're trying to see how many of these I to the fourths we have that'll just sort of, boom, cancel out and just be worth the number 1. So if I sat here and I wrote out 33 of these I's, now do I really want to do that? Sort of fun, but no. Every 4 that I have, that's just worth 1. These 4 worth 1. These 4 worth 1. And I can continue it. And I could see how many I's I have left over. If I have 2 left over, the final answer is -1. If I have 3 left over, the final answer would be -I. If I have 4 left over, oh, the answer is just 1. So how many are left over? Well, that's just saying, well, 4 goes into 33. Let's figure out how many of these sets we have. 4 goes into 33, what, 7, 8? 8 times. 8 times 4, 32. So there'll be one remainder of 1. There's going to be one little I left over. All these will go, and each one of these will be worth 1. 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times an I. So the final answer, this guy is worth simply a single I. I14. I'm going to do this one out. There's enough. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Every 4, if I multiply I by itself, that's worth 1. Those 4, 1. These 4, 1. I don't have enough. I have how many left over? 2. So this is 1 times 1 times 1 times I, which is just I squared. And how much is I squared worth? -1. That means this value of I to the 14th is simply -1. I to the 20th. Well, if I see how many times 4 goes into 20, it goes in a perfect 5 times. There's none left over. So if I'm doing this, I'm going to end up with 5 of these. Okay, 5 things of 4 is going to be 20. This is worth 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. So this is just worth the answer of 1. It's equal to 1.